Hey, my friends, this is Vineet, and today on HX Star episode, we have Dr. Krishnamurty from Bangalore. He has graduated from 10 weeks diamond program, 10 weeks of HX intensive diamond program, and he has got amazing results. Dr. Krishnamurty, welcome to HX Star episode. You have been one of the rock stars of the tribe of the group, and I'm so happy to welcome you here. And also very curious to know from you, how's been the journey for you in the last 10 weeks?
First of all, thanks a lot, Vineet. Thanks a lot for having me here. It's my pleasure to be a part of this and share whatever my insights have been. It has been a great time. I didn't know where this 10 weeks went. To be honest, it just flew so fast. And before I realized that we actually had our graduation class. So this has been a great time. And I know for me, I've seen a world of change in me. Lots of changes, both on the physical front, obviously, but also a sort of a transformation on the mental side as well, which has been very good for me. So in that sense, this has been a transformation program, which has changed the way I look at things and has been a very great help to me. And it has helped me achieve results beyond my wildest dreams. Honestly speaking, I still go back to the day when you and I spoke the first time before this program. And I think about what I said was my goal, and I thought it was a big, unachievable goal. And you smiled at me and said, "No, Dr. Krishna, you're going to do much more than this." And I thought, okay, he's also saying something. Let us see what he has to say. But trust me, I absolutely loved it, and I achieved the results. It's been a great journey. Thank you for that.
That's so awesome to hear. In fact, before our first one-on-one call, Dr. Krishnamurty, if you remember, you had sent me an email. I think there were a couple of email exchanges also, right? And in those emails also, you were like, I don't know whether it will be possible, right? And then the call happened, and then I shared with you that we are going to do much more. And I'm so happy you've been an action taker. You took action, you got great results and success, and you became an HX Star also. You got a trophy also, right? Can you share with me?
Oh, yes, I did have a trophy. This is the trophy which occupies the place on my table right with my workspace.
Amazing. So awesome to hear this. You've become an HX Star. That means a star shines and rises, and you are shining and rising. So tell us, first of all, I know that you tried basically many other programs. So what did you find different in this program?
Okay. Again, to be honest with you, Vineet, I had a lot of skepticism coming into this program. Trust me, because I had tried multiple programs, keto, paleo, GM diet, Atkins, etc., etc. And then, all this homegrown, this thing, you do this, everybody comes and tell you, every well-wisher comes and tells you, you do this, wo mat karna, ye karna. So that sense, I did a lot of things, and the results were either not there, or if the results were there, it was just temporary. And I was totally pessimistic and cynical by the end of that. So when I actually, had this conversation with you, that's why I wrote to you as well, asking, then I have done all this, and I have not seen the results, consistently persisting results I have not seen. So I was worried about that. For me, it was a huge leap of faith. After having done all this, after all these failures in my diet in the past, all those experiments which I tried, all those programs which I tried, signing up with you was a huge leap of faith. And the best thing for me was the way you introduced me to the program, the way, you told me about the concepts, and, you got me started on this. The first call is so reassuring for me that, it's not just about signing up somebody for your program, but actually about leading somebody on a journey towards a better future for them. And that is the sense I got with you when I spoke to you for the first time. And that made me a bit more comfortable. But still, honestly, at that time, I didn't know what I was getting into. But this 10 weeks has been great. You and Deepti together have helped me change the way I look at my life, the way I look at things, the way I approach activity, the way I approach food, etc. has been tremendous.
I'm so happy to hear this, Dr. Krishnamurty, that you took a leap of faith. You enrolled into the program, and we've come so far. You've graduated. Now tell us, what have been your top results in the last 10 weeks? What all has happened to you?
Absolutely. And I'm so happy. I keep going around telling everybody about the results of mine. But just for the sake of a conversation, let's put it like this. My expectation, if I lose 5 kgs, I would be happy. If I lose maybe an inch or two, I would be happy. And if my EV score were to go to 3, I would be like pleasantly surprised. And I was so happy when I started seeing the results in the first few weeks that I did not believe it. I actually changed my weighing machine. I went and got a new weighing machine because I thought the old one is spoiled. So let me go and get a manual weighing machine and weigh it, because I have no clue. I can't be losing weight like this. This is something is wrong here. So, but my results have been good. I used to be 114 kgs at the start of this program. Now I am at I lost levels. I'm at 103 now, and the journey is still going on, because the way I have learned and the way you have taught us is that there's not an end. There's not an ending to this journey. There's a lifelong transformation of the way you look at life. It's not a once and done thing. So I'm pretty much sure that I have some bigger goals also going forward, which I'm sure I'll achieve. So at that time when you and I spoke, and you said that by Jan 14th I can you'll be able to lose X kgs. I actually told my wife, I just spoken to the gentleman. He's saying this much. I don't know. I don't think it, but let me see. And I also told you at the time, my birthday is coming up, and if I can do this as the best birthday gift, I'm giving myself. And I've done that. I lost 11 kgs. I lost this thing, and my shirts have become so loose. My dress size has gone down some 3-4 inches, and 3 sizes it has gone down. And for Sankranti, which was there yesterday, my wife had a blast. She went out and got me new clothes, which was 3 sizes lower, and she was so happy buying me those clothes which are lower and the smaller in size. She was so happy that she got those clothes for me, and they were all fitting me very well. So in that sense, it is very good. But that is obvious, right? Weight loss is obvious; it is visible and everything. And I got a lot of compliments from people saying that the puffiness in your face has come down. You're looking starting to look slim and trim. But beyond that, at a psychological level for me, Vinay, I think that's where it's very important, right? Because given the stress we take in our life, the amount of work which we do, for me, the biggest benefit I saw was that I'm now that much more lower stress for me right now. It has ensured that I used to have periodic episodes of, acidity, Eno. I used to take Eno a lot, Pantocid, etc. Last 3 months, 0. I'm not taking any of this. And cravings. I used to have a lot of midnight cravings for snacks. I used to sit there till 12 o'clock working, and the urge to go and pick up some mungfali and eat them, and to wake up some murku or something and eat. Now, absolutely no such feeling. Now I feel that I'm in control of what I want to eat, and it's not like I'm having to have a willpower to do it. I think this is the biggest difference in this program for me, is that I'm not relying on willpower to get through this, but I'm just indifferent to all that. It's just this is how I am. This is what I am. This is my new me, and that is where I think is the biggest success which I've seen in this program for me.
These are magical results, what you have just shared. So, Dr. Krishnamurty, just to recap, what you have shared is that you have lost 11 kg, you have lost inches. Your wife has done shopping, which is 2-3 size lower on 14th January. And also, you're saying with all of this, my relationship with food has changed. I don't crave. Those cravings have gone, and even there is a reduction in the symptom, in the constipation, in the acidity, in the gas, bloating. These things have drastically come down. Yeah.
Absolutely. No antacid, no Eno, nothing, no guilty eating, no stress eating, no binge eating. I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
Energy levels. You were saying that towards the evening, night, you do not feel that much energy.
I am feeling so happy, so energetic right now that I am not only doing my daily walk, I am exceeding my daily walk, steps count, etc. After a long day at work, I still feel energetic enough to go for a walk in the night, and my dog is loving it because he gets to do more walks with me. He's loving it. He's happy. And it's a brisk walk, and energy levels are high. And for me, I think, work is just one way of looking at the energy levels. The other way of looking at energy levels, personally for me, is how much more involved I am with my family. Am I feeling fatigued that, I can't involve in the conversations my kids are having? Am I so fatigued? Am I so tired out that, I can't tune into what my wife wants to say? She wants to do something. She wants to go somewhere. Kids want to do this. No, that is not happening now. Now I'm there with them. And for me, that is a beautiful way of defining that my energy levels are up, because I am in the moment with them, spending the time with them, feeling energetic doing that. So very happy about that.
That's such a huge ripple effect that you just spoke about. You're saying that the impact is just not on my physical aspect, but even mentally and emotionally. Now I'm so present with my family. They see me, they have me completely, and that feeling is beyond words. What are the ripple effects? So what other impact you are seeing for this transformation? How the life has changed for you? How the people see you? So I heard that you have started going to office. What was their reaction? How do they see you?
You won't believe it. When I went to my client's office, my clients were like, wow, what happened to you? Last year, you were so different. And this year, you're so different. What's happened? What do you do? Everybody was asking me, what is the diet you're doing? Are you doing some intermittent fasting? Or are you doing GM diet? No, I'm not doing any this thing. I'm just changing the way I am. I just change the way I am. So tell us, we also want to do. I said, I can't tell you what I'm doing. I can just tell you that, broadly, what I'm looking at is I'm changing the way I'm approaching food. The way I'm changing the way I'm approaching things, way I'm looking at, what do I want to eat, etc. But it's just gradual, stepwise manner, which you will find it's much more easy to get acclimatized to. But and it's working for me. But the feedback has been tremendous. My clients' feedback has been good. All my neighbors, etc. They have been saying that you're looking very well. You lost weight. Yesterday, I met a couple of friends of mine yesterday evening. We met at a bar at MG Road, and I was having salad. And they were saying, "What's happened to you, Krishna?" I said, "Yes, this is a new me, and I'm happy doing this." And everywhere all around, I've been getting very good compliments from everyone for having lost weight, looking more energetic, looking slimmer. And I think for me, over and above all this, I think the best thing was when my son said that you have lost weight and you're very serious about this program this time. Unlike in the past where you used to put it back on, I can see it in you. So I could see that, and he said that I'm really impressed. I'm inspired by you to also, be like you and lose weight, become fitter in my life. And I think that is the biggest thing for me. My son, all of 16 years old, is thinking on those lines that he needs to be fitter. And this was one of my goals. If you recollect, when I did my goal sheet, I spoke about how I want to be an inspiration for my kids. And I know I'm feeling sentimental. I'm feeling very emotional about it. But I'm so happy that my son got inspired by it. And that's that was the highlight for me.
Wow.
The happiness I got out of it.
Wow. So we actually talk about in the program being a role model, and you've become that role model, right? You're living that life of being a role model, wherein loved ones and your son and your family, they are just taking inspiration from you. Amazing to hear this, and I'm feeling so happy and so satisfied that the transformation is just not. It is just not to you. There is the ripple effect is happening in the family, and you are living that life of being a role model.
And thanks to you, and thanks to you and Deepti. Like, I can't. Words are not enough for me to say this. I have told you I had the skepticism. I had this thing. I was saying, but lots of things. But for me, the way you handled us through this entire program, you and Deepti were there for us through the entire program. You handheld us, you guided us, you kept motivating us. You helped us address sometimes our biggest fears. Right? No, we might not have said it, but you could sense it, and you helped us. And I think all these things play a role. It's not just about doing a program. It's not just about doing a diet or something, but it's about having a group of people committed to help each other. group of people who are focused on a common goal and are helping each other achieve the goal, and mentoring. The goes without saying, the mentoring is very important. And I don't have enough words to say anything on that. And it's just fantastic. Really, thank you. Thanks a lot. You and Deepthi were awesome.
It's so humbling to hear these words from you, Dr. Krishnamurthy.
From my heart, completely from my heart.
Yes, absolutely. And that was, you just spoke about it, but that was my next question to you. What did you like the program? There are small things that we have in the program, so many of them, but I'm very curious to hear from you. What has been some of your personal favorite thing in the program?
Sure. When I look back on the 10 weeks, forget the key takeaways, the key learnings, they were all good. They were all nice because they reinforced the knowledge in the brain. They reinforced what we know. They opened up new areas of, wow, I never knew this before, which helps us, when we want to take decisions, right? That was good. What I really liked, one key aspect, what I really liked was the way you helped you shared information with us, which helped us view things from a totally different perspective and added to our knowledge. Because that makes it easier to understand why we are doing what we are doing. So that was awesome thing. And second thing which I really liked was you got us to do some things which are habit forming. Right? Don't break the chain. Okay, right? Don't break the chain. And that don't break the chain, I took it beyond the construct of this program. I took it to my other areas, to other work, and it's working fantastic for me. We all have heard of this before in the past, 21 days to form a habit, etc. But the way you got us to do the don't break the chain, and we shared with each other our progress and say on the don't break the chain concept, for example, that was really helpful. That was the second thing. The third thing which I really liked was I at least my wife is a Reiki practitioner. My very close friend, she's also a Reiki practitioner, and they have been trying to help me through Reiki, whatever in the past. And we spoke about positive affirmation. We spoke about the good deeds chit box, the goodie box. That took me bang straight back to that, and that works. That is so beautiful. That is so beautiful concept, because not only are you doing something, the power of positive affirmation which you talk about, right, was actually in practice there. You write, you do something good, you write about it, you think about what have I done, why have I done, how was it impacting me. That opens up new things for me. So all this, sort of behaviors which you inculcated in this, I can still go on many, but I just want to know, I think the top ones were the ones which link me to the positive thinking, the one which link me to habit formation were some of the key ones.
Amazing to hear that. Amazing to hear that. So with all these points, if I may just ask one question which would summarize it. If you have to rate this program, hypothetically on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest, how much you would rate this program?
I walked into this program with no expectations. And I was thinking maybe, but the results are beyond my wildest dreams. It surpassed all my expectations. My wardrobe is testimony to that. All my shirts which have become loose, all my trousers which have become loose. I had to buy new belts and then punch more holes in the belt because to make it tighter. I know. I'm the reason I'm saying all this is because it has been so many years that I've tried to lose weight and I was not able to. And now I feel so happy about it. So a bit long-minded, but if possible, I can give this more than 10. I can. But since 10 is the highest you're giving, I'm giving it 10 because it does absolutely surpass all my wildest expectations.
That's amazing to hear from you, Dr. Krishnamurthy. You're just speaking from your heart, pure heart talk.
Absolutely. This is all coming from the heart, and all the best wishes to you and Deepthi, from not just me, from my entire family, for helping me in this program.
One last question, which is a very important question, and you just talked about this. You shared that Vineet, when I enrolled into your program, I was really not very sure, right? I had my own doubts and skepticism. So this question is that if someone is watching this, right, and maybe they are in the same mind frame, maybe they've tried multiple times, maybe they've failed, maybe they've lost that hope and inspiration, and still they are debating, they're thinking whether we should do it or not. What is your message to someone who is just like you, been there, done that, and again looking at this interview at some level of skepticism or doubt whether it will work out or not?
Absolutely. And I completely understand where they're coming from on this. Because you have spent so many thousands of rupees, you have spent so many, talking to so many people, so many fads, waste of money, gaining the weight back. It is hell, right? So I'm pretty much sure that people would have the same skepticism when they're seeing this. So, and I would urge them to think about it from this one point. And this is also goes back to an earlier point. You asked what are the best things which I found in this. This is concept which I forgot to mention at the time, which you spoke about, was empty your cup. Empty your cup physically, metaphorically, everywhere. Empty your cup. Approach this program with an open mind. Do not go in with any preconceived notions. Approach this with a clean slate and have a positive affirmation on it. You will see the results. A guy like me, who has been struggling since 20 odd years to lose weight, could lose weight, then you definitely can. All it needs is empty the glass, think, start afresh, have positive thinking, and you will do.
Such a powerful and amazing message from you, Dr. Krishnamurty, and it was an amazing experience to have you in the program, in the community, in the tribe. You were an action taker. You took action, even if there was some crisis, something came up during the program. You again came back. You came back, right? And that's also one of the code of honor that we have. Winners are not who do not get off track. So even if they go off track, they learn from it. They become better, and then they keep moving forward. And I think you've been an example of that. It was my pleasure to have you in the program, and it has been my pleasure to have you on this Achieve Star interview. You're living that life of being a role model. Continue shining, continue rising, continue being a role model to your loved ones, to your son, to so many people who have lost hopes and who need some inspiration in life.
Thank you.
All the best from my side for that.
Thank you. Thanks to you and Deepthi.